I'm waiting till y'all get on. My bad, y'all. I'm waiting till more people get on here. What's up, Aaron? Okay, so let me sit up. So I'm sure everybody saw the video about Queen and Chris going around where he cheated and how many people were sharing the video. Well, the other day, actually I think it was about 2-3 days ago, Queen actually decided to go on Facebook and make a status saying that she never had any real friends and she's basically alone and nobody was ever there for her. A mutual friend of ours, Markeisha, actually went and just made her own live video, I want to say last night, and basically explained her side of the story. Now, anybody that knows Markeisha knows that before me and Queen met, it was always her and Markeisha. Markeisha's known Queen longer than I've known Queen. But for you to sit here and say that you never have friends when, if you want to be honest, me and Markeisha was the only ones that was there for you. And that kind of pissed me off. I didn't know about the status until Markeisha told me today. I didn't know Queen had made the status. My thing is, growing up, I mean, I won't even say growing up, but when me and Queen was younger, you know, like 12, 13 years old, it was always me, her, and Markeisha. Me, her, and Markeisha was everywhere. We went to school together. We lived all by each other. We was with each other almost every day. Like, I literally remember when Queen was a nerd. Like, Queen didn't have no friends in school. Like, people used to make fun of Queen. And the only people that really had her back was me and Keisha. So, you know, that shit really, like, it made me feel some type of way. That you sit here and just say that you didn't have no friends. But yet, when you did get friends, you basically turned your back on your friends over a nigga. And at the end of the day, the nigga that you with right now don't even give a fuck about you. And I'm not saying this to fucking talk shit about her. I'm not saying this to throw shade on her name. I'm not saying it to get no views. I don't really give a fuck. But you're not gonna sit here and say that you never had no friends when you know damn well you had 2 real loyal friends that I know of. And you're not about to do that shit. Like, you're not about to slander me and Markeisha's name and make it seem like we never did shit for you. Like, at all. And, you know, Queen want to sit here and have her little brother and sister come and say, well, you only mad because Queen didn't come to your baby shower. That's not why I'm mad. And the fact that y'all think that's why I'm mad shows that y'all are children. It's deeper than that. Like, it's way deeper than that. The fact of the matter is, I was there for Queen through everything. When her and Chris first got together, me and Queen had moved apart. I hadn't seen Queen in maybe 2 years. I hadn't seen her because I moved. And when I actually went on Facebook and found her again, I saw these pictures of her and Chris. And I'm like, you know, what the heck she doing with Chris? Now, a lot of people don't know, but a lot of people do know. Before Queen got with Chris, me and Chris talked. Me and Chris slept together. I won't say me and Chris dated, but shit, we slept together. It shouldn't matter. So when I saw that, I'm like, the hell? I literally messaged Queen and said, you know, what's up? You and Chris talk now? And she was like, oh yeah, we date now. And I'm not about to sugarcoat it. I wasn't about to hide nothing. I said, you know, Queen, me and Chris slept together. Like, me and him used to talk. Oh, I know. Chris already told me, you gave him some head and da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. I didn't give Chris head. I slept with Chris. And, you know, she basically called me a liar and told me I was lying. And believed the nigga that she had just met. She probably knew him maybe 3 months at the time, when she's known me for 10 years. So I felt some type of way. And Tina and Terrell, her younger siblings, want to sit here and say, you know, that this whole thing is because they didn't come to my baby shower. Now, part of that is, you know, why I won't even say I'm upset. I'm more so hurt. And part of that is the reason. But at the same time, it's like, Queen, you know how much I did for you. You know how much my mother did for your family, for one. And you know how much I did for you. Like, when you first found out you was pregnant, you was like, I don't know what to do, Ange. I don't know how to tell mama. And, you know, we Christian. We not supposed to get pregnant outside of marriage. And we not supposed to do this and this and that. And I was the one friend that stuck with you your entire motherfucking pregnancy. I was right by your side. You called me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sis, I'm hungry. We at Coney Island. You called me, sis, I'm thirsty. I'm taking you to the store. I'm working long ass hours at 7-Eleven at the time. And I'm not getting off till 3 in the morning and you messaging me, sis, can you bring me something to eat or something to drink when I get off? Chris won't do it. And I'm driving out the way to bring you food at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm tired and been at work for 12 hours already. When you went into labor, I was at the hospital with you the entire time you was in labor. From the time they induced you on Tuesday, actually, they induced you Saturday. From the time they induced you Saturday until you had your son Tuesday morning, I was in that hospital with you. I was on the motherfucking floor next to your hospital bed. I didn't go nowhere. And it's crazy because I was pregnant with my son at the time and didn't even know it. And I'm sleeping on the hospital floor with a blanket. I did not leave this girl's side. At all. Her whole pregnancy. Her entire labor and delivery. I was at her baby shower. I was there when she had her son. I was there through every fucking thing. I bought her son's first crib. I literally bought her son's first crib. She called me and said, sis, the baby don't have a crib and he do anytime and I really don't know how I'm gonna get it. I said, you know what? I just got my taxes. Come on, let's go to Walmart and get this baby a crib. I went and got him a crib, a playpen, a stroller, a bassinet. This baby was set. I literally dropped about $1,000 on this baby almost. And meanwhile, your husband is your fiance at the time, my bad, is in the same house as us. And you sitting here saying my feet hurt, my back hurt. What is this nigga doing playing on the motherfucking PlayStation? Not thinking shit about you. I'm in the room rubbing your stomach with lotion because you got stretch marks and it itch. I'm the one rubbing your feet because they look like motherfucking cow's feet and they swollen as hell. I'm the one that's helping you stretch because you can't move because you done got so big because you about to have a baby. I did all of that. I might as well be CJ Daddy. The whole time we at the hospital, Chris ain't say shit to me because he know not to say shit to me. He didn't speak to me the whole time we was at the hospital. And Tina and Terrell can sit here and say all they want to. You mad because of a baby shower. When at the end of the day, I had my son Halloween of 2015. My water broke the day before. I was with Queen the night before I had my son. I literally messaged Chris and said, Chris, it's time. He said, oh shit, is my nephew about to come? I said, I don't know, but I think it's time. This nigga asked me where Queen was. I said, she right here. Queen was with me the night before I had my son. So why hasn't she met my son? Why have you never seen my son in person? Why do you not know when his birthday is? She didn't even come to the hospital. I had my son. She didn't come to the hospital and see him. She went to maybe 2 doctor's appointments with me. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all that. I went to all of her doctor's appointments. I was taking her to and from her doctor's appointments because her bitch ass husband wouldn't do it. Why? Because he didn't have no car, no job, and he didn't know what he was supposed to do. I'm sitting at doctor's appointments with you. Like, that, it's just crazy. Like, y'all, it's insane to me. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Because Queen was the type of person that you would have never really thought would do something like that. You know, Queen growing up, Queen was just, she was funny. Like, you know, she was this this funny little girl, like making jokes and always making people laugh. And, you know, she was caring. She cared about everybody. You know, if you was sad, she was trying to see what was wrong. She was trying to make you feel better. And to just watch somebody come up and then just basically turn their back on all their friends, it's trifling. Like, it really is. It's trifling. Because before you even got married to Chris, you told me and multiple people, I don't know if this is the right person for me. And like Markeisha said, she told us both, I feel it in my spirit, I don't think this is the right decision. But all of a sudden, because you have a baby by him, now it's the right decision and you should marry him just because you have a child. You made that decision to lay down and get pregnant in my motherfucking bed, in my mother's house. You made that decision. So now, because you got pregnant outside of marriage, you want to try to cover it up and make it seem like it's not a sin by getting married. That's not how it work. That's not how it work. That's not going to keep your family together. And that's exactly why the shit is falling apart now, because you did some sinful shit and you went behind God's back. And he don't like that. So now he's punishing you. You might not like it. You might not like it at all. But at the end of the day, you put yourself in that situation. The same way you sat here and talked shit about your friends on Facebook, but had the nerve to just turn around and say, oh, I don't care what she posts. And at the end of the day, if they were my real friends, they'd still have my back after the things I did. Bitch, what? So it's okay for you to go and speak on me and Markeisha and say that we was never your friends and you never had real friends, and basically turn your back on all your friends. But at the end of the day, we supposed to still stick around. We supposed to stick around and be real friends to you when you was never real friends to us, really? Really? That's what we do. Oh, okay. Like, it's crazy to me. You know, I literally did so much shit for Queen and her family, and for this bitch to say, I'm not talking about Queen when I say this bitch. I'm talking about her little ass sister. For this bitch to sit here and say, you never did shit for us. Bitch, I put food in y'all motherfucking house. My mother put beds in y'all home. Dog, you hid y'all car in our backyard for 2 months because the repo people was trying to come and take it from y'all. But you sit here and say that we never did nothing for you. No, bitch, you never did nothing for us. At all. Your mama was the one calling people's phone, mooching for gas money because she couldn't get to work. Your mama was the one calling me, begging me to have some of my food stamps because she didn't know how she was going to put food in the house. Every time I went to that house, y'all fridge was fucking empty as hell. Empty. While Queen pregnant. It ain't a goddamn drop of food in that house. Nothing. I'm the one saying, come on, mama, I got y'all. Let me take y'all up to Kroger and get you some food in this house. I sat there with y'all and starved with y'all. I was hungry with y'all. I slept on floors in the fucking basement with y'all. Ain't nobody else do that shit with you. And when you didn't have nowhere to go, my mother let you come into her home. And you went behind her back and got pregnant. But you say that I'm not a loyal friend. I took the bullet for that shit. My mama wanted to kick my ass when she found out you got pregnant in her home. Because she told me, Angela, I'm going to let this little boy stay in this house, but I don't want them in the same bed. I don't want them in the same bed. And what did I do? I went behind my mama back and said, okay, well, just y'all can sleep in the same bed. Just don't do nothing. And not only did you do something, but you got pregnant. You got pregnant on top of that. Like, it's just, girl, it's just, I'm not keeping shit to myself. I'm over the shit. I'm telling it all. I don't give a fuck. She can go on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and Snap and tell all of these fake ass lies about everybody. No, fuck that. I'm not keeping shit to myself no more. I'm sick of this bullshit. I'm sick of her and these fake ass lies. I'm sick of her saying that ain't nobody ever there for her and don't nobody ever help her do nothing. Wasn't nobody real to her. I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of it. I've been holding this shit on for too damn long. I've been holding this shit for 3 fucking years now. And I'm not about to hold the shit no more. I'm not holding it no fucking more. Because I did too much shit for that bitch to sit around and act like I never did nothing for her. I was the one that was in the car with your mama and your siblings when Chris put his fucking hands on you and beat the shit out of you with the damn hotel. Oh, I'm sorry, your first apartment with him. You call mama talking about, mama, come get me. Chris putting his hands on me. What did I do? I threw your mama and your siblings in the car and we got the fuck on and came and got your stupid ass. Chris put your ass outside in your fucking drawers and a damn bra when you was 8 months pregnant. 8 months pregnant. And what did I do? I put a blanket around you and ran your ass to the car and threw you in the car. And you said to me when we got to the house, sis, I'm not going back. I'm not going back to him. I swear I'm not going back. And your ass turned around and went back. You turned around and went back. Now, I'm not going to say you stupid for going back because every female makes mistakes. Every female is going to do that. Every female is going to run back at least once in their life. But to consistently keep doing it when you know that you're stupid for doing it, I'm not about to sit here and feel bad because he cheated on you, because you knew at the end of the day, you've known that he's been cheating on you. You've known. This ain't no secret. People on YouTube and Facebook like, oh my God, Chris cheated. Nigga, Chris been cheating. Chris been cheating since they got together 5 years ago. That nigga been cheating. And he ain't just cheating with females. Like, it's just fucking crazy to me. It's crazy. And Chris want to sit here and her mama talking shit about Chris and talking about she never liked him and Chris is the devil and all this other shit. And Queen's just, oh no, mom, he's not like that. And then now that they making a little bit of money, now that they done got up on YouTube and they making a little bit of money now, her mama suddenly, oh, he's the best son-in-law ever because you a mooching ass bitch. That's all you good for. And her mama not gonna say shit, and she know not to fucking say shit because she know everything I'm saying is true. She know everything I'm saying right now is true as fuck. I was the one Queen was crying to when Chris was about to leave her. And she was crying to me when she was pregnant. Talking about, my baby not gonna have a father. I don't know what to do. I was there. I was the one holding you and letting you cry on my shoulder. Talking about, sis, me and you got this. This our baby. We got this shit. We good. We got this shit. And for you to just turn around and act like I never did shit for you, like, bro. Like, it's just crazy, man. Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand how somebody that you could, like, I was down for this bitch from day one. Like, bro, when she went on American Idol, before she went to American Idol, she was staying with me. Like, when she went to American Idol, I called her and said, you got this, sis, you got this. She called me back like, sis, I made it. She was so excited. And I said, I knew you could do it. I told you could do it. And this bitch just, you get a little bit of money and you just dip. Like, see, and then a lot of people think that it's Queen doing the shit, but really, y'all don't know that the shit goes back to Chris. It all goes back to Chris. When Chris was not in the picture, Queen was, my God, like, if y'all really knew the real Queen, and it's so hard to explain it because y'all don't fucking know her. Y'all know the Queen you see on YouTube, but y'all don't know Queen. You don't know the real Queen. Like, Queen was the most she was just humble and all about God, and she didn't cuss, and she was just all about, Ange, let's go to church, and you need to get baptized, Ange, and please stop getting these tattoos all over your body, and I want you to start reading the Bible. And I remember sitting up making videos with her on YouTube, like, after I got baptized, about, you know, trying to get into church, and we was trying to get people to get baptized, and I was just, my bad, y'all, I'm about to cry. Like, we was like this, bro. We was like this. And I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. Like, the shit foul. It's foul for real. It really is. Like, you let yourself completely forget about your family and friends over a nigga. Over a little bit of money. Over some fucking views. Over some motherfucking followers and views. That ain't, at the end of the day, not doing shit for you. You don't know these people from fucking Adam. Your asses could go fucking, you could stop making YouTube videos tomorrow and you'll never hear from these bitches again. These bitches don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. You could die today. You think them bitches gonna be at your funeral? They gonna be on YouTube like, oh damn, Chris and Queen dead? Oh shit. But you think any of them bitches gonna really give a fuck? You think they gonna contribute to, come to your funeral, or yet alone contribute to anything? They not gonna give a bro, they not gonna give a shit, trust me. They is not gonna give a fuck. Like, man, like, I can't even say Queen was my best friend, because she wasn't just my best friend. That bitch was my sister. Like, me and Queen did everything together, bro. We did everything together. And it's just, bro, I don't understand. And anybody that knows me knows that I was a real ass fucking friend to Queen. I was a real ass fucking friend to that girl. I'm gonna stop calling her a bitch because that's making me sound like I'm bitter about stuff. It's not even that I'm bitter, I'm just hurt. And I know y'all be seeing my statuses about me talking shit about her, but y'all, I mean, anybody that know me knows I don't mean the shit that she be saying. I don't mean the shit that I be saying on Facebook, but it hurts. Like, it hurt. The fact that you was not there for me through nothing. You wasn't there for me through my pregnancy. You wasn't there when I had my son. You didn't even come to his first birthday, yet alone my baby shower. And I'm supposed to be your best friend. I found a way to her baby shower. I walked to her baby shower. So for you to sit here and say, oh, I can't come because I ain't got no ride. Bitch, find one. Just like I found one to your fucking baby shower. You could have found one to my shit. You could have at least acted like you gave a fuck. But that's the thing. Queen and Chris, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about shit but they damn selves and they fucking followers. That's why every time you see them, they damn baby in the background screaming or some shit. Because they don't pay attention to him. And it's about to sound crazy, but I really feel like they only had that baby to get YouTube views. That shit probably sound crazy as fuck, but I really believe that shit. Like, I really believe that. They had that baby because they knew it was going to get them some more followers on YouTube. Because if you notice, they wasn't shit before they had that baby. As soon as they start posting Chris on fucking YouTube, they blew the fuck up. As soon as they posted that they got married, they blew the fuck up. But, like, I remember Queen calling me talking about she thought she just had a miscarriage and she was bleeding everywhere. I remember her telling me about her stepdaddy putting his fucking hands on her in sexual ways. Like, it's just, I remember so much shit that she told me. And for her to sit here and say I was never a friend, I kept them secrets for years. I kept them secrets for years and didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell nobody because I was a friend and I wasn't about to sit here and expose the fuck out of her like that. But when you start sitting here saying that I was never there for you, you're not about to get away with that. Just like Markeisha said, once you cross me, you cut off. I'm sorry. Like, and it's just the fact that I have to make a video because I know that you got so many followers that it'll get back to you is sad. The fact that you were supposed to be my best friend, but I can't even call you and ask how you been. I got to go on YouTube to watch a video to see if you doing okay. The fact that you blocked me on Facebook because your husband told you to. He literally said, babe, she a hater, block her. And you went and blocked me because I asked Chris why he was selling his Instagram page. This nigga told you to block me and you went and did it. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy to me. Like, I was there when Chris proposed to you. I was there. I was right there by your side when he proposed. We was at a football game. I was there. Like, I was there through so much. I was there through y'all breakups. I was there through you finding out he cheated on you the first time. Like, I was a real ass bitch. Like, bro. I lost the job because of you. That night Chris put his hands on you when we had to come back and get you, I called off work 3 days in a row for you and lost my job. Why? Because I was a friend and I wanted to be there for my friend because I knew she was going through some crazy shit at the time. You was pregnant, you was scared, you was hurt, and I was there for you. I ended up losing my job for that shit. Like, it's crazy, bro. And you just sit here and act like it ain't a big deal. And when people call out the truth, you want to say they looking for clout. It ain't clout, nigga. It's not clout at all. We talking the truth and you mad because your fake ass relationship ain't got nothing but lies in it. Like, people can only watch a lie for so long before they get sick of it. And I'm sick of this shit now. Like, I've been watching these fake ass YouTube videos for 3 years and I'm just sitting here shaking my head like, bro, that's not them. Like, that ain't them. If y'all really knew them, you would not be following them. You would not be supporting them. Like, how the fuck you my best friend, but you gonna judge me for getting tattoos? And you shouldn't do that. That's a sin. You're gonna go to hell. But then you get with Chris and turn around, not only get pregnant outside of marriage, but you up on the stage right after you find out you parents about to be fucking parents, you praising God and junk. Like, You up there, hallelujah, and you just found out you was pregnant, but you outside of wedlock though. Like, how? You judging me for getting tattoos and sleeping with people when I'm dating people, but you turn around and sleep with somebody, get pregnant, lying, like you lied about the situation. Then you turn around and get a whole bunch of tattoos when you and Chris get together, but you judge me for doing the same thing you just did. But because you getting money off of it, it's right. Because I'm not profiting and making money out of my life, I'm a sinner. And her sister gonna say, well, you hating on Queen because she in Texas and she live in a mansion. But where do you live? I said, I live in a townhome that I pay rent in, and I go to work and I have a car and I take care of my son. Where the fuck is you at? Because last time I checked, you was still living in a motherfucking hood with your mama. You ain't doing shit with your life. You ain't doing nothing at all with your life, and neither is your mooching ass mama. And I really want her mama to say something to me. I really do. He said he cheated because he was looking for love and thought their relationship was just for social media. This nigga. This dumbass fag. I can't. I cannot, y'all. Like, it's so much. Like, I remember Queen telling me Chris is putting his hands on her and she needed to leave. Like, it was just, man. When she got molested, I was there. Me and Markeisha was there. Like, I mean, we wasn't physically there, but we was by her side after she told us. Like, it's a lot. It really is. It's a lot more to it. But, I mean, y'all only gonna believe what Queen posts because apparently everything she says is true, or she wouldn't have so many goddamn followers. But, you know, just like she keeps saying, all clout not good clout. All relationships ain't good relationships. And you basically staying in a relationship for your son. And right now I'm talking to Queen as a woman. You staying in a relationship for your child is not gonna make that nigga change. It's not gonna make him change, and it's not gonna make him give a fuck. Ask me how I know, because I do this shit by myself. Amir daddy ain't here. That nigga don't help with shit, barely. He might buy him some fucking clothes every blue moon. But physically, his daddy ain't called and checked on him since Labor Day. Since motherfucking Labor Day, and it's damn near October now. So, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm not gonna say it with no hate, and I'm not gonna say it with no bitterness, and I'm not gonna say it with no anger. Queen, your ass needs to fucking leave while you have the chance. While you can, while you have the money to. Because shit is not gonna change, girl. It's not gonna change. He gonna keep doing it. He's gonna keep cheating. He's gonna keep lying. He's gonna keep using you. He's gonna keep threatening you. He's gonna keep putting his hands on you. Nothing is going to change unless you make a change. You have to you gotta learn. You have to learn. And you've always been soft-spoken. I know that. I know that, Queen. You've always been soft-spoken. You've always been afraid of, drama, and you've been afraid of confliction, and you never like to be in drama. But you brought this on yourself. You decided you wanted to make a relationship that was in the limelight and through media, and that's something you brought on yourself, so now you got to deal with it. You got to deal with it now. But stay in a relationship just because you have a child with somebody, boo, it's not going to change. It's not going to change at all. Nothing is going to change. You're going to look up, and you're going to be married. You're going to be with this nigga for 15 years. CJ going to be grown up and moved the fuck out. And you still going to be dealing with the same dumb shit. It's not going to change. I'm telling you. It took me leaving a relationship after 2 years to realize that nigga wasn't going to change. He wasn't going to change. And he didn't put his hands on me, but it was this shit that I was peeping. And I'm like, shit ain't going to change. It's just not going to change. It's not. It's really not. And you might sit here and be able to say, but see, Leah, she done failed so many times. That's why I don't understand. Like, Queen ain't just been cheated on once or twice or 3 times or even 4 times. Chris been cheating on her since they been together. How many times you gonna have to fall to realize the shit hurt? Like, how many times? How many times is you gonna fall before you like, shit, this shit really fucking hurt? Like, how many times, my nigga? Because I fought one time and I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to do it again. That shit hurt it. That shit really fucking hurt it. And she just, I don't know. I love Queen. I love Queen to death. I would do a lot of shit for Queen. And anybody that knows me knows that. But I don't understand how many times you physically have to hurt yourself before you realize the shit hurts. And Kristen put her through a lot. He really did. After she had her son, this nigga wouldn't even let her family come up there. Mind you, Queen was sick as fuck. Queen almost died when she had CJ. I remember. Queen lost so much blood when she had CJ, they had to give her a transfusion. She stayed in the hospital for a week. And, I went home after CJ was born and I didn't hear from Queen. And I was worried. I was like, why haven't I heard from my best friend? She just had the baby and I haven't heard nothing from her. I called to talk to Queen, make sure she was okay. And Chris answered the phone and said, stop calling my girlfriend. Stop calling her. She don't got nothing to say to you. Stop calling her. Like, who the fuck are you to tell her family and friends that care about her to stop fucking calling her after she just had a baby? Who the hell is you? You ain't shit but Chris Sales. That's it. You ain't nothing important. You ain't nobody. Trust me, Queen can raise a baby without your ass. But a lot of the anger between me and Queen comes from Chris. And I won't even say to this because me and Chris slept together or me and Chris once had something going on. I won't even say it's because of that. It's just the simple reason you don't do that shit to your friends, bro. You don't turn your back on your friends like that. That's just some shit you do not fucking do. I don't care how angry you get. I don't care. I don't care how mad you get or how bad your husband pisses you off. You don't turn your back on your friends. People that's been with you since day one. People that was there for you when you didn't have shit. I starved with you, my nigga. Like, we starved together. We slept together. We shit together. We ate together. Like, if you had money, I had money. If I had money, you had money. Like, we was going to the movies. You ain't had the money to pay. I paid for you. If we was going and I didn't have it, you paid for me. Like, we was like this, bro. Like, we was close. We was close as fuck. Like, bro, it's just, it's crazy. It's just, bro, it's a lot. Like, I never would have thought I would be sitting here making a video like this about Queen. Me as her mom before physical abuse. It's possible mental abuse takes place first. She has to want to leave deep down inside, but she's stuck. The things she's going through. So, I know how it is, Leah. I know. But at the same time, it's been going on for 5 years. Like, when did you gonna realize this shit is not gonna change? It takes 5 years to realize that it's gonna be the same shit? Like, no. But I feel you. I understand what you're saying. And I know. And that's why I'm trying to be, I won't say easy on her, but, because you can't be easy on her no more. It's time for her to hear some real ass shit and see how we feel from looking on the outside in and seeing what the relationship is. And honestly, I will say, when I saw the video, when I saw her take him back, I was mad as fuck. Like, come on now, Queen, you smarter than that. You smarter than that, man. You smarter. You was the same one when I was with, I'm not going to say his name, but when I was with old boy and me and him was going through the shit and he was putting his hands on me, you was sitting here saying, "And you need to get out. You need to leave him. He's not going to change. Shit's not going to change." And now you in the same boat and people telling you it's not going to change, it's not going to change, and you making excuse after excuse after excuse. You cannot keep making excuses for the devil, Queen. You can't do it. You can't make excuses for the devil because that nigga going to do what he want to do, and that's exactly what the fuck Chris is doing. That nigga done did exactly what he wanted you to do. He done made you do everything he wanted to do. He done pulled you away from your family. He done pulled you away from your friends. That nigga done made you move to Texas, bro. Motherfucking Texas. Anybody that knows Queen knows that she is a mama's girl. That girl is a mama's girl to the fullest. She's a mama's girl. I know. I remember her staying the night in my house and crying because she missed her mama. And her mama was around the fucking corner. And she's like, "Ange, I want to go home. I miss mama." And I had to literally drive her around the corner so she could give her mama a hug. Like, that's the type of queen that I know. I don't know who this new girl is. I don't know where she came from, but I don't like her. I don't like her. I want Queen back. I want Queen back. I want the girl back that I was able to call at 3 o'clock in the morning and laugh with and tell my problems to. And she was like, come over. Let's go to Coney Island. And we sit at Coney Island for hours and eat French fries. Like, that's my queen. That's the queen I know. Like, that was my boo. And it probably sound gay as fuck, but Queen was my everything. Like, she really was. That was my best friend. That was my Rolly. That was my sister. Like, she was, that girl, yeah. She was really the only person that I really had for real. Like, that was my Rolly. That was my day one. It wasn't shit you could say to me about Queen. I wouldn't gave a fuck. At the end of the day, that was my best friend, so I was going to always take her side. Even when I knew she was wrong, I was going to take her side. But I was going to tell her about herself after. I remember her telling me she didn't even want to be with Chris. She was only with Chris because of the baby. So, I don't understand. Like, you see that the relationship is not changing. You see that he's doing the same thing. Anytime he can sit in this video and the lady ask him how many times have you cheated, and this nigga really shrug his shoulders and say he don't know. That should have been your cue right there that it's time to step. It's time to get the fuck on. And she's sitting here saying, well, I got to think about what's right for my son, and we have to think about CJ. Well, being in a toxic-ass relationship is not what's right for your son. Being in a toxic-ass relationship like that is not what's going to be best for your son. She is. And, you know, honestly, when I watched the video last night of her and Queen, or her and Chris, I really did. I cried a little bit because, for one, as a woman, I felt her pain. I know how it feels to get cheated on. I know how it feels to love somebody and they do that behind your back and they expose you and make you look stupid as fuck. I know how that feels. So, coming from a woman's point of view, I did cry. I did cry for her. And I told myself out loud, I said, man, I just wish I could hug her right now. I wish I could hug her and let her know, you're not in this shit alone. You can do this. You can get out of this still. You're not in it alone. And that's what her thing is. She thinks that because if she leaves, she's not going to have nobody. But really, you're not realizing that because you staying, you don't have nobody. You don't have no friends because you staying. You don't have no family because you staying. Your relationship is falling downhill because you staying. God don't want you to stay. That's why he's making you fall apart. You got married, for one. You got married behind his back. You told me, Queen, you said, I asked God if Chris was the right one for me, and he told me no. You told me that to my face, and I hope you say that you didn't, because you know you did. You told me that straight to my face and said, Ange, I asked, and God told me no. He didn't give me his approval. And I said, well, maybe you should wait. Maybe he's not the one, Queen, and you still. And to make it worse, you went behind mama's back and got married on Devil's Night. You got married to Chris on October 30th. But you wondering why your relationship falling downhill. You went behind everybody's back. You didn't give yourself time. You didn't give yourself time to grow. You rushed. You rushed everything. Like, boo, you rushed it all. You rushed having a baby. And you sit here and say, well, Ange, you used to always tell me that you wanted a baby. And you was always, Queen, I just want a baby. But what you're not understanding is you doing this shit in a foul way. You doing it in a foul way. And as a real friend, that's not some type of stuff you rub in your friend's face. Just like when we got into it and you said you just mad because you can't have a baby and I can. That shit still hurts me. That shit still hurts me. I still think about that to this day, and it hurts me that you said that to me, because you know how bad I wanted a baby. You know I was trying for a baby. You knew I couldn't get pregnant. And I tried so hard. I tried so hard to have a baby, and I couldn't. And when I got pregnant with my son, I was happy. And a lot of people was like, what you so happy for? This not good. You about to be a single mother. I didn't give a fuck because I finally had my son and I wanted. So I didn't need no nigga. I was proud. And I wish that you could say the same thing. I wish that you could sit back and say, I'm strong. I don't need no nigga. I got a son. I'm trying to raise my son to be a man. But you're not. You're not thinking about your child. You're not. If you was thinking about your child, you would get out of that relationship. But right now, you're being selfish. You being selfish by staying in that relationship for your fucking own good. For your own pleasure. You staying in that punk ass relationship. And it's not doing shit for you. Your son is old enough now to understand. He sees that shit. He sees you going through it. He see you crying. He sees him putting his hands on you. He said, Chris, CJ is not stupid. He's 2. He knows what the fuck is going on. He sees the shit. So for you to say you doing it for your son because you got to think about him, don't bring him into that. Because you not thinking about him at the end of the day. If you was thinking about him, you would leave. You would get out. You would tell yourself, oh man, I got to go because I don't need my son to see this. I don't want him growing up thinking that this is the right way to be married and this is the perfect marriage. You would leave. That's why I left Amir's daddy. I left because I knew that if I didn't leave, it was going to be a broken ass family and it was going to be nothing but drama. And I left. I made that decision. And people can sit here and say, well, you a single mother and that's on you and you put that on yourself. Yeah, I did put that on myself. But at the end of the day, my son don't want for shit. My son got everything he want and need. My son ain't running around with fucking saggy ass diapers because I'm too busy making YouTube videos to pay attention to him. Like, it's just, I feel for her. I do. I do feel for Queen and I do feel bad for her. But at the same time, you know, I shouldn't be having to make a live video to get to you. I shouldn't be having to go live in order for you to see this. And it's so many arguments that we've gotten into recently because of Chris. And you sit here and say, well, she's mad because of this and she's mad because of that. But you never once came to me and asked me, Ange, why are you really upset? What's really in your heart? What's really on your mind? You never came to me and asked. If you had asked, I would have told you step by step, just like I just did in this video. I would have told you, I'm hurt because you did this. But I forgave you. Like, I forgave you for everything. Like, it's so much stuff I forgave you for. Like, I forgave you for getting me in trouble because you got pregnant. Like, I forgave you for so much shit. I forgave you for not coming to the hospital when I had my son and not coming to his baby shower. I forgave you for not checking up on me or even asking how I was doing. I forgave you for the times that you would say that we was going to go do something and then we not do it because Chris wanted to do something else. Like, I forgave you. I forgave you for a lot of stuff. And you know, I never even got to thank you for none of the stuff I did. Like, all of the stuff I did for you, I never even got to thank you. Like, you never even, CJ is 2. You've never even to this day came to me and said, you know, Ange, I really want to thank you for being there for me through everything, my pregnancy, my labor, when I had him. You never even gave me a thank you. Like, at all. And that shit do hurt. It do. Because I did the stuff out of the kindness of my heart because you was my friend. And I was like, you know, I can't leave my friend hanging like this. She about to have a baby. This is her first baby. She's scared. She don't really got nothing. I did that out the kindness of my heart. But you never got my son shit. You never even seen my son. You never even saw him. And that shit right there is deep. That's deep. Our sons is exactly... Actually, the CJ just turned 3. I don't know. I think CJ... No, CJ is 2. He's 2. Because they're almost a year apart. Because when she was having CJ, I had just found out I was pregnant. CJ's birthday is in February. So he's about to be 3. And my son's about to be 2. And you've never met him. Motherfuckers forget where they came from. She did. She really did. And I'm worried. Like, I can honestly say I'm worried about Queen. I really am. I'm worried about her. Because it's like the stuff that she's doing is not Queen. Like, Queen didn't do this stuff before Chris. Queen was the one that was trying to push everybody in the right direction. And now she's going downhill. And it does. It scares me. I worry about her. I do a lot. Like, I think about Queen every day. And I be like, I just hope she's doing okay. You can see me talk shit about her on Facebook all you want to. But I'm doing that because I'm angry. And it's not right. I'm not saying it's right at all. But at the same time, y'all need to understand where my frustration come from and why I'm upset. And stop just looking at it as I'm being bitter or I'm trying to get clout. Like, no. I'm not trying to get clout and I'm not being bitter. I'm being a concerned friend and I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Like, I have a fucking reason to be pissed. Like, I really have a reason. Anytime your nigga can tell you to block your best friend and you do it, like, it's something wrong with that, bro. It's something really wrong with that. That shit ain't normal. For your husband to sit here and tell you in the hospital your family can't come see you and you agree with that and say, okay. My thing would have been, bitch, get the fuck out of my hospital room because my family is about to come see me so you can get to stepping. But instead, you took his side and said, okay. I didn't even get to see CJ until he was some months old. And that was my best friend. CJ was supposed to be my godson. Like, it's too much. It really is. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I'm really worried about her. Because it's like she really she not only forgot where she came from, but she forgot who God was. Because anybody that knows Queen knows that she was this godly woman. Like, she was in church every day. And I remember me and Queen used to go to church every day. Like, we was in church every day. My mama got sick of me because I was never at home no more. But it was because I was at church. Like, we was at church Monday. We was at church Wednesday for Bible study. Then we was at church on Thursday getting ready for service on Sunday. Like, it was we was at church every day. We would literally, it was certain nights that we would bring covers and blankets and food and sleep and eat in the church. That was our home. We was in church all the time. And a lot of y'all probably don't even know, but I didn't used to always be as angry as I am. When I was going to church all the time, back right before I found out I was pregnant with Amir, I got baptized the February before I got baptized in, February. The February before I found out I was pregnant with Amir, I got baptized. I found out I was pregnant a year after that. And then they closed my church down the May after I found out I was pregnant. And when they closed my church down, that shit hurt. I was like, dang, like, where am I going to go now? Like, who am I going to vent to? Like, that was my home. Like, I felt so safe in that church. And then it wasn't even just because it was the church. It was because of the people I was with. I was with Queen every day. I was with her mama. I was with their family. Like, we was in there. We was in there together. We was a family. And to just watch your entire family drift apart like that, it's deep. It is. It really is. And if she gave any types of fuck about her family, there's no way she would have moved to Texas and left her mama here. I wish I would. I wish I would come up off of YouTube, be making bank like she making, and just up and move to Texas and leave my mama here. My mama would kill me for one. And for second, like, that's just not something you do. You don't forget about your family. Like, bro, you take your family with you. You'll never come up and forget who was there for you when you came up. Like, you don't do that. You don't do that shit at all. And I pray for her, you know. I ask God to please show her that this is not the relationship she think it is. But you can only tell somebody so much. And just because you tell them something don't mean they gonna listen. Just like, I'm sure this video will get back to her. You stupid, Leah. I'm sure this video is gonna get back to her, but don't mean she gonna watch it. And I don't care if she watches it. I just want to get my story out there so that people know that I'm not just being bitter. I'm not just saying this shit to get clout. I'm not saying it because I want money. I'm not saying it because I'm bitter. No, I'm saying it because I'm sick of this shit. And I'm sick of people, you know, making it seem like Queen is this perfect-ass relationship when she's not. And she sit here and say, well, just because I post all of my stuff on Facebook don't mean you gotta go and talk shit. Like, why? If you post your relationship on Facebook, people is gonna have comments. And you can't get mad if the comments is negative. Y'all is dumb. I'm not about to play with y'all. But I don't know, y'all. Like, she really needs to be prayed for. She do. Just the fact, like, I was really praying that she would be done with this nigga this past time that he cheated. I was like, yes. Maybe she'll be done. Maybe she'll see that this is not what she thought. Maybe she'll get out. Watched that damn Hurt Bay Part 2 video last night and was like, nigga. She took his ass right back. After he sat there and said, I can't say for sure that I'll never cheat on you again. I'm a try to be the best man that you need me to be, but I can't say that I'm never going to cheat on you again. You tell me that, I'm stepping. Because I'd be damned if you cheat on me that many times. I'd be damned if you cheat on me once and I go back. No. No, I'm killing you and that bitch. I'm going to make hip rolling videos. These hips don't lie. Bitch, you stupid. And Leah, go to bed. The door is that way. Yeah, he said that. Girl, this nigga literally said in a video last night, he said, I can't promise that I'm never going to cheat on you again. I'm going to try, but I can't make no promises. I can't say that it won't ever happen again. He literally said that. Yep. It's just a lot. Like, And it's really not funny. It's really not. It's really a sad subject. It's really sad. We need some humor. He's a joke. He is a joke. He really is. But, you know, my main thing is Queen needs to open her eyes. She's so blinded. And, you know, her mama used to always say, you so blinded by the way he looked that you not seeing how he look on the inside. You just looking at the pretty face. And I really think that's part of the reason she's so attracted to Chris, that she don't see that the stuff he doing is ugly. It's ugly. You don't cheat on your wife. And then for it to go public, like, there's no way in my mind that I believe that those females didn't know who Chris was. You know. He all over YouTube, all over Facebook, all over Snap, all over Instagram. Shit, they had everybody's fucking emails. So you can't sit here and tell me that for 1 second you live in the United States and don't know who the hell Chris and Queen are. There's no way. You can't tell me that. You couldn't pay me $1 million for me to believe that bullshit. Nope. I'm not falling for it. It's crazy. And Chris will tell that whole little sob story about he ain't never have no family and shit. It is sad. Getting cheated on hurts deep. It does. It hurts deep. And that's why I'm not being hard on her right now. And I'm not saying nothing that's, you know, rude or mean to her. I'm just telling her the truth. Shut up, Devon. I'm just telling her the truth because she needs to hear it. She needs to hear the shit. She needs to know that nothing is going to change. And she can sit here and pray. It's one thing a lot of people don't know. You can pray for God to do something all you want to. And you can pray for him to help you with something all he wants to. But if it's not what's right, he's not going to help you. That's like me. I could sit here and pray all day that my baby daddy be a good dad. But at the end of the day, it's not going to change nothing. It's not. Because God planned our life before we even knew what it was. So God already knows what's going to happen. He knew that Brian wasn't going to be a dad to Amir when I got pregnant with him. He already had knew. I didn't know, but he knew already. He knew that this whole situation with me and Queen was going to happen before it even happened. Because he knows. And she's going to sit here and keep praying for a relationship that God never approved. And it's not going to work. And she wonders why it's not going to work. And it's because he never approved it. You went behind his back. You went behind his back and got married. You went behind his back and got pregnant. You went behind his back and turned on your family. And now you praying. Now you praying for him to fix your relationship that he never even gave your approval to. He never told you it was okay to do that relationship. Ever. He never said, yes, I give you permission to go and marry Queen. You told me he told you no. You said, I prayed to God. He told me not to marry Chris. He told me that he was not the one for me. But the fact that you still went and did it, that's why your relationship is falling apart. That's why he's cheating. That's why it's not working with your family. Chris' voice is so damn irritating. Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I mean, I just pray that she open her eyes and finally see that this is not what she thought it was. It's not. No amount of money is good enough to stay in a relationship that's toxic. I'm sorry. It's not. Especially when you have a child. You have a child to think about. I can't even imagine myself still being in a relationship with fucking Brian right now. I can't. I couldn't. It's not healthy. People always say, oh, two parents, a child should have both parents in the home. No, they shouldn't. Not if it's negative. Because at the end of the day, that's going to traumatize that child. They're going to see these parents arguing every day, and it's going to traumatize them. Just because you have a child together does not mean you have to be together. I say this shit every day, and nobody fucking listens to me. You do not have to stay in a relationship just because you have a child. And these little young ass females nowadays be thinking they about to pop a baby out at 17 and make a nigga grow up. No. No, it's not. He's 17. He ain't thinking about settling down and having no kids and being a damn house daddy. He just getting started. Like, and that's really what happened with Chris. He just turned 22 today. When they got together, Chris was 22, 21, 22, 16 and 17 when they got together. Chris got Queen pregnant the first time when she was 17, 18, and she had a miscarriage. It wasn't time. And God tried to tell her then, this is not what I want for you. This is not time. And you kept doing it. You kept going behind his back. And now you wondering why it's failing. That's why I done gave up on a lot of stuff. Because I know it's not what God wants. So I stopped pushing it. I stopped trying. There's only so much stuff you can do. You can't just keep forcing stuff. You cannot. Like, you can't just keep on forcing stuff and expecting it to work. If it doesn't work the first or the second or the third time, it's probably not going to work the sixth, the seventh, or the eighth time. So, I mean, that's it. That's all I really got to say. I don't really know what else to say. I'm kind of shocked. Like, I'm still in shock right now. I mean, I never thought that I would be making a video about my ex-friend and saying how she turned on me like this. Like, this was not... I didn't sit down and play with my dolls and say, when I grow up, I want my best friend to become fake. Like, that wasn't... That's not what I had planned, but... Hey, shit happens. Shit happens. You can't do nothing about it. Stuck around long enough. Hope getting this off your chest. Hope you feel better. Get some rest. Girl, I'm about to go to sleep. But, you know, I just wanted people to hear me out. You know, people keep saying I'm bitter and all this other stuff. And I'm not bitter at all. I'm hurt. And I have a reason to be hurt. And I'm done sitting back and just letting people talk shit about me and say, you know, I'm this and I'm that. And I'm a cock blocker and I'm trying to look for clout. Nah, I'm just sick of the bullshit. You know, that was my best friend. So, you know, hey, hopefully it gets back to her. Hopefully she watches Marquisha's video, even though she said she wasn't going to watch it. But, yeah. Share it if you want to. I don't really care. Like it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care no more. Send it to her. I could give two shits less. But I do want her to eventually see it. And I want her to watch Marquisha's video because she needs to know, like, this is what you did to your so-called friends and this is what you put them through. Because it's a lot. You did. You put us through a lot. Girl, clout is some word that these new age fucking teenagers made up. Like, basically how we could say, you just trying to get famous. You just looking to get famous. Instead of them saying you looking to get famous, they say you looking for clout. It's the dumbest fucking word I've ever heard. But apparently it's what these new teenagers are using nowadays. So I have to use it in order to understand and for them to understand what I'm saying. So yeah. Yeah. So what the fuck is clout mean? What the hell is that? But yeah, y'all. That's what I have to say. I've been telling y'all I was going to make the video for the longest and, you know, I wasn't going to do it, but after seeing that status about her never having no friends and nobody ever being there for her, I was like, yeah, it's that time now. So I'm about to go to bed. And shit, thank y'all for viewing. Thank y'all for tuning in, I guess, you know. I wasn't really looking for y'all to tune in. I just wanted to get the shit off my chest, but hope y'all have a good night. I'm about to get the fuck out of here now.